stocks are still taking an almost daily beating as crude oil prices trade near $100 a barrel. American, U.S. Airways, Continental, Northwest, and Delta all suffered steep declines today. This as passengers line up to fly over this holiday weekend, which actually gets started today or tomorrow.
Right.
Forget the weekend.
Analysts expect a 4% increase in folks flying to grandma's this week. That can't be good for the crowding around the airports, but indeed, it's probably good for the airlines.
Yeah, money.
Here to help us through the airport grind is Southwest flight attendant Laura Martinez. How you doing, Laura?
Hi, I'm good.
And comedian Pat Cooper.
Cody, Rebecca, nice to be on your show.
Well, thanks for coming today. We're glad to have you here. You were threatened to be here?
You come on happy hour or we'll
This is terrific. I love this atmosphere.
Well, thanks. It's better than the airport.
Well, let me tell you something. The safe way is to stay the hell home. That's the safe way. The worst way is not the airline. It's getting to the airport. That's the first headache. The second headache is they got a 300-seat plane now telling you that's going to be better. You got no space up in the air. What the hell are you doing with a 300-seat plane? Now, they got beds. Why? In case you're stuck on the runway, you can go to sleep in a bed. Now, when that's over, they give you hotel bills. Because this is what's happening today. Stay the hell home, and what happens is the big corporate people will start to say, wait a minute, we've got to do better, or these people are going to stay home.
None of us are going to fly anymore. And Laura, you probably get the brunt of all this. You have to deal with us, all of us pissed off passengers. And your smile may help a lot of people feel better, but do you hate the holidays as well?
Well, yeah, they tend to be kind of hectic and crazy, but usually everyone's in good spirits, so that makes it.
They are.
In general,
aren't they
seriously.
upset about flying and all the headaches
if there's delays and stuff, then it starts to
general,
get bad.
though, most of the time, the people you interact with are mostly nice.
If I'm going to see my grandma, I'm really happy about it.
It reminds me of the Saturday Night Live skit when they would always go, goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. The airline stewardess just goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.
Now, in Laura, and in all seriousness, too, you have some tips for us flyers if we are traveling.
Just a few.
Some props.
Yes, like if you bring a bag like this one, I don't know if you can see it.
That's a big bag.
Yeah, don't expect that to fit in the overhead bin.
Because that's packed to the max.
It's empty.
Yeah.
That's a design bag. That's not for traveling. That's for showing off.
This is not a carry-on.
When you want to travel.
No.
I always try to carry this size.
Exactly.
It's a beautiful bag.
It's not a carry-on.
What else you got?
Now you have to do this when you come through security. Bring all your stuff in a nice little Ziploc, less than 3-ounce bags.
Less than 3 ounces. And you know what?
It's so silly.
No, and you know what? With women, you really remember this because you have like $50, $100 face products, and they make you throw it out.
Oh, that's just so uncool.
Oh, my God.
That is so cool. As long as it's including
water. But you can buy the water in the airport for $4. That's called retardation in the upper deck.
Okay.
Yeah, Pat, you want to do something to help the unemployed, to help the poor people? Just make water cheap.
Now, why do Laura brought this pumpkin pie. I know it is Thanksgiving, but you have some type of tip associated with this pumpkin pie.
Just sometimes people make pies because they're visiting family for Thanksgiving.
And they want to bring them to grandma's house?
Through security. That's not going to go through security. They're going to confiscate that. So if I spend...
This is not allowed on the airplane?
It's not allowed through security. It's be considered a liquid, I guess, is the reasoning.
I have a better idea for the pie. You guys dare me?
The vagaries of life, baby. Actually, that's pretty tasty.
Is that tasty?
Oh, you're good.
Hey, somebody get my fork. I'm hungry.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving.
I'm getting all your
Happy
laughs.
Slapsgiving, indeed. That's up to how I met your mother last night.
Cody said I could, so I'm like, hey, you say I can't. You think I'm not going to take him up on that?
Yeah. It wouldn't work vice versa, though.
And Laura, I did want to ask you.
It wouldn't, right? You hear that? It would not work vice versa. I've been telling her all day there are certain things that she can get away with that I can't because if nothing else, my mom would kill me for taking a pie at your face, girl.
That's true. That's true. And plus, all my makeup would be smeared. You're naturally gorgeous. So
thanks.
Laura,
and I don't have any makeup on.
I also wanted to ask you, what has been your worst nightmare being on the other side? Because we always talk about us disgruntled flyers and that we complain about the airlines, but from your side, it must be pretty bad sometimes too.
Well, usually the crew that's on board is just as anxious to get done with their day, and so when things aren't going well for the passengers, it's probably not going well for the crew. So
Can you tell all of your colleagues that, say, when you're on the red-eye flight at 3 a.m. and you got passengers, the whole plane's asleep, can you guys just not talk? There's nothing worse than the stewardesses in the back of the plane chatting it up, and I'm like got 8 earplugs in, and I still hear them because they're screaming over the engines.
What
pass that
you
along.
most, Pat, about flying?
What bugs me most?
Yeah.
That it takes off. And
What?
that
That's
it
the
lands.
best part.
No, because that's a miracle. Every time I get in, I just let it take off. Then when it takes off, I said, now let it land. So if you got a 5-hour flight, you're on tension for 5 hours. We don't seem to understand this is not pleasure. This is getting there. I want to get there.
You got kids coming to see you, grandkids coming to see you this holiday season,
My
or what?
grandkids, no, they don't come to see me because my grandkids don't understand my kind of humor. My grandkids are on Hannah Montana.
Pat, I hate to tell you, I'm not sure we understand your humor either, man.
Then I'm happy you understand. You don't, right? I'm hip.
I'm kidding you. This
Pat,
is fantastic.
thank you very
good.
much, Laura.
Thank you so much.
Cody. You're such a good sport.
Anything for you, girl.
You got
Anything
pumpkin
for
pie
TV.
all in your hair and everything. All right, on tap.
Better
next.
than used condoms.
Whoa!
Remember the rubber band segment
No,
about the child?
I don't remember that.
Stop playing.
What are you
At any
talking
rate,
about?
on tap. Don't call it a comeback. You've been here for years.
She's been on top for years. Sandra Lee is in the bar. She's in the kitchen over there at the Bull and Bar restaurant, and she's up next on Happy Hour.